evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the New York Arena in Midtown Manhattan for a much-anticipated main event. 12 rounds in the middleweight division between Carlos Monzon and Sugar Ray Robinson. Carlos Monzon's focus is front and center as he makes his way to the ring right now. Sugar Ray Robinson's now making his way to the ring, and you can see how focused he is for the task at hand.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Carlos Monzon. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome Sugar Ray Robinson.
Okay, guys, we went over the rules in wrestling. Touch one.
Opening 3 minutes of this scheduled 12-rounder. We expect a high work rate among these two fighters. Now, do you want to see that same work rate throughout the whole fight? Or is that your expectation?
I'd love to, because we'd be having a good time, and our fans, they're going to enjoy it.
Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Carlos Monzon. Able to get rid of that one. Carlos Monzon starting to show some swelling. His corner should ice that down. Carlos Monzon's got to deal with a cut cheek. Halfway through this round. Good-looking two-punch combination there. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Sugar Ray Robinson. Robinson's proving to be elusive. Carlos Monzon's now at a point in this fight where his defense is going to become crucial. He has to protect that eye. The swollen eye is getting worse.
Yeah, he does. He has to be cognizant of everything. He needs anything out there that he can use for an advantage right now. He's got to position himself where his opponent can't get into the place where he can throw punches towards that bad eye, towards that blind spot where he has no vision. He's got to keep the fight where that good eye is always able to pick up those punches. He's got to position himself in a perfect way now.
Blocks that punch. One for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Sugar Ray Robinson.
Get the compress on that.
Keep busy.
Here we go. go. Round 2 is underway. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Sugar Ray Robinson's proving to be elusive. Ray Robinson with 108 knockouts. You're lucky if a lot of fighters have had 108 fights, even back in his day.
Look, he was a great puncher with either hand, had great speed. He could put punches together in combination. He could use his legs or he could fight with you. And one thing that sometimes gets forgotten about is he had one of the great chins in the history of the sport. That guy had an iron beard.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Trying to go downstairs, but off target. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Oh, and they decide to trade there. Back and forth they go, each man getting the best of it. Able to block that away. It was targeted for his head. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. The trigger fast. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Good looking counter punch. And this round comes to an end. It is a round that was highly entertaining. These guys really put forth quite an effort.
Well, they both have high engines. They have motors that never stop going.
Strickland, don't stand in front of him. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this, brother. Get on that. Get on that.
And round number 3 is underway. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? He's taking his opponent's jab away.
Blocks it away. Oh, and there you go. Carlos Monzon's in a bad place right now. He was tagged.
Come on, guys, keep apart. Punch it out. Come on, punch it out.
Carlos Monzon's a pro, but he's not a well-rounded pro because a better level of fighter would be committing to the body more here, wouldn't he, Teddy?
Yeah, well, first of all, he would recognize that that's where he's supposed to be going now that his opponent, is taken off a little bit with those fast shoes. No better way to take those shoes off his feet than to go downstairs.
Teddy, do you think the sport needs a national or international governing body?
Yeah, it's the only major sport, at least it used to be a major sport, that doesn't have that. And there's no unilateral control. And when there's no unilateral control across the board, well, you have too many spots that are weak for the sport, spots that do not serve the sport.
Coming to the halfway. Oh, Carlos Monzon's been stunned. And there's a clinch after clearly being damaged.
And a clinch he needed like flowers need rain.
Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. Sugar Ray Robinson's cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. Sugar Ray Robinson with a block punch. Last 10 seconds of round number 3. We come to the end of this round, and likely a much-needed break for these two warriors because they have been non-stop.
No, they don't know how to fight any other way. They came in, they introduced themselves in the middle of the ring, and they've been there all night.
Lead to the side, then boom! Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take it.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Takes one to give one. Uppercut in return. Targeting each other, the exchange was something special. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Carlos Monzon's not putting forth much offense at all. Now listen, I get it. You put forth some offense, you got hurt, you were stunned in this fight, so now you're strictly thinking defense. But at some point, he's got to change.
Yeah, he does. Otherwise, he can't win this fight. And his opponent is just going to keep coming like that ocean, banging into that shore, and it's going to come further up the shoreline. It's not going to go away.
Carlos Monzon's got to deal with now a cut eye. Gets rid of that effort. Sugar Ray Robinson's got a cut near his eye, and that never works out well for a fighter like him. And a good counter by Ray. Sugar Ray was named Fighter of the Year twice, first in 1942, and most recently, at the end of the last century, he was named the best pound for pound of all time, as well as Fighter of the Decade in the 1950s. Now, the 1950s was part of that golden age of the sport among all weight classes.
Yeah, he was fighting even before that. And those are the years where, as you just said very well, Joe, you had so many good fighters all fighting each other and so much activity. That's what people forget about is there were so many clubs around. Every major city had 3, 4, sometimes 5, 6, 7 clubs. So there was a lot of action. You could fight easily once a week.
Able to get rid of that one. Able able to dismiss it. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Sugar Ray Robinson. 10 seconds to go in the fourth. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? Is taking his opponent's jab away.
Round comes to an end. And that's one of those rounds, Teddy, that just takes on a certain style, a certain characteristic. And that was a busy one.
Yeah, it was a busy one. Look, Joe, you don't have to look for these guys. They're right there in front of you.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think sometimes you just get those rounds where it all happens?
Because of styles. You know, styles make fights. In this case, you're seeing proof of that right there. Both guys that are aggressive, both guys that are very confident.
Head from side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it. We'll take care of it.
They start up again. Back to action here with another round. But who knows how much longer it'll last. This has been a completely one-sided fight. I would assume there has to come a point in this fight where he has to make the commitment to throw the power punches. It's hard to envision a way he's going to win this fight without going down that road.
He doesn't have the confidence to do it. I don't know if he's mentally strong enough to do it. I think he's worried about throwing hard at the guy because maybe in his mind that means the guy will throw hard back at him.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Teddy, you know what I'm so impressed by? Obviously, the pace of this fight is just ridiculous. But how hungry these guys are. How badly each guy wants it.
Joe, this is the kind of fight that it has nothing to do about money. It has everything to do about legacy. How they're going to be remembered.
What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. A minute and a half to go. And a well-targeted combination by Ray. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. There's a taste of the sweet science. You see the skill he has in counterpunching.
And you know what he's doing? He's taking his opponent's jab away.
Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. And this round comes to an end. A round that was highly entertaining. They put forth a non-stop effort.
Well, that's the styles that they figured to bring to this fight. Both guys with good motors.
All right. Let's work on that cut. Nothing. Let's get on this one. Get the compress on it.
The action starts up again, but it's only favored one man. Hard to see this fight going the distance based on what we've witnessed so far. Carlos Monzon's making for a very inviting target right now. That cut is much worse than it was just moments ago.
What he has to do is he's got to be elusive right now. He's got to get on his horse a little bit and give those medicines that were put into the cut a chance to work a little bit, but also he's got to slow his opponent down. Catch him with something so he doesn't keep going after that eye.
Sugar Ray Robinson's got a real problem on his hands now, Teddy. I think the cut is actually worsening around his eye. He has to do a better job of watching out for that. Has to protect that eye.
Yeah, and what he has to do now is give his corner man, his cut man, a chance for his work to be accomplished. In other words, there's been coagulants, chemicals put into that eye. Now the fighter has to move a little bit, be elusive, and allow those chemicals, those medicines to work.
Blocks that belt line well. Some fine fundamentals, good counter punch.
Nice mousetrap there, he let him in beautifully. He didn't use cheese, he used distance.
Sugar Ray Robinson's corner will really need to get after that swelling. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Carlos Monzon's now fighting two opponents. The man opposite him and his eye swelling.
Yeah, but you can't panic, Joe. This is boxing, you know, this is not the opera. These things happen and champions win under these conditions. So right now, believe it or not, strategy, you got to stay calm. And you got to start thinking, okay, it's this eye that's swollen. I'm going to keep the fight on the side of the ring where I can see with my good eye. You got to really think that clearly in these kind of conditions.
Good block. This is why we love the sport, Teddy. I mean, this is just back and forth action nonstop.
Well, Joe, when special events have happened in history, you remember where you are. Right now, I'm going to remember where I was during this fight. I'm watching a special epic right in front of me.
Glad to be here doing it, too. What a war this is. Away from those headshots with his defense up top. Sugar Ray Robinson's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
We'll take care of the cup. It's nothing. A small cup, nothing to worry about. Get on that.
Halfway through the scheduled rounds here. The combo lands upstairs. Carlos Monzon's cut does not look good at all. I get the sense that the referee... Oh, that's gotta hurt. Carlos Monzon stunned and he is hurt.
Hey, no holding, no holding. Come on, punch it out.
Way to block there. Carlos Monzon's looking for some room, and he found a way to get it. And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses, because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
Oh, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
Carlos Monzon's whiffing there. A big, wide, sweeping shot. I mean, perfect to counter against.
Yes, it is, and you know it's only a matter of time. You know, that goes into the old computer, the old...
Oh, and there you go. Carlos Monzon stunned, and he is hurt.
All right, punch it out.
Lands the counter. Parries that punch intended for the head. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him. You knew the swelling was bad. Now you see the result. The ref stepping in, stopping this fight. That's a TKO.
Your winner, Sugar Ray Robinson.
Sugar Ray Robinson's your winner by technical knockout.
Saw a little bit of everything tonight. You know, you saw he could fight inside, outside, and you saw he had a pretty good